Yeah. So it go, you know? So it go. Good friends we've had and good.
Running late, but better late than never. Never. You know what I'm saying? It's been a fantastic week. It's been a fantastic day. I've been running between the labyrinth and paying my respect, which is due to the elder Ras Al, in celebrating his 78th. My brother, can't say I'm jealous, but I was honored to be in the company, you know what I'm saying, and to see your elder brothers amongst you and still take bread, you know what I'm saying, so respect, manners, and honor, yeah, and family, I'm telling you from now, we have the man no other than the man himself, yeah, Mr. Colin Robinson in the studio. That relates to our brother again, none other than Mr. Delroy Washington, whose program comes at the end of this week. Yeah, so respect, and I hope obviously that you're mindful to be forgiving of myself for running late. Yeah, but I just saw the thing set. Yeah, so everything is everything. So whilst me just circle a little bit, yeah, let me just play what has become like my introductory tune. Yeah, so
now the things are oh so clear. I've got to make a move. Hey, can't sit around, no. Friends are few who really care, and yes, I'd be a fool if I didn't know that. Every action will cause a reaction in my eyes. Said reaction can be a blessing in disguise. So I'll go on and I won't compromise. More strength for the wise. You can go your way, I will go my own. Say the love of the Almighty Jah will lead me on. Yes, you go your way, and I will go my own. The love of the Almighty Jah will keep me strong. Will keep me strong. Come on. There are signs for those who will care to reflect in life. Open your eyes and see. Hey, don't be blind, no. Remember only the truth can stand the test of time, and everything shall be revealed. Hey, just wait a while. So arm in arms, we're working very hard, yeah. The more I give, it seems, the more the man he wants. Yes, he does. I'm gonna push on to do the things I do. Yes, I will. You can go your way, and I will go my own. Say the love of the Almighty Jah will lead me on.
yes, family. Respect and manners. Yeah. Good to be in the studio again. So before anything still, let me just pay my respect to the ancestors, on whose shoulders I do stand. And for them who haven't given me the energy, the substance, the mindset, all those things which has been positive, And before I forget, I must say respect goes out to my sisters, B, Levi, and say Lady Leo, and the rest of the team in regards to the tribute, ancestral tribute for the transition or ascension of Sister Decca up there. yeah, in the Edmonton regions, Jubilee Park this week. As well as that was over in Allsden paying respect to one of Matumbi's um, artist, drummer, player. You know, I've even forgot being honest, but nonetheless, myself and the brother Omawali was over there playing our drums, you know, and it was nice and boy, I mean, I tell you, it was an experience, you know. So we can see as to the purpose of the Thousand Drum in paying our respect to our ancestors and our fallen soldiers and those again who have gone on to join the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And respect again goes out to management, engineers for making this program possible. That's to say to Bless Radio for affording us the blessing for I to know thyself and more for the benefit of you, who is the community. My respect goes out to the kings and queens out there active in the fight for justice. Again, because where there's no justice, there is no peace. You know, as I've said, it's been a busy week, so salute to soldiers, generals on the front line, taking the stand, not kneeling, nor bowing at this time, okay? Again, as you know, my foundation, where I'm coming from, respect to the Joy Gardner family for their enduring strength, and to those who give their support to their cause. The Windrush generation, one of which again was whose funeral had taken place today, I believe, up there in Wolverhampton. Yeah, okay? Respect for that spirited support that was given to her. Yeah, and again, you know, I'm telling you, today was over Lee Bridge Road at the Labyrinth. You know, again, an experience, and in part that explains as to why I'm running late. And from there, again, as I said earlier, paying respect to the elder in Edmonton, Russ Al. So, as it is right now, I'm privileged, I'm honored to have the big man himself, Mr. Colin Robinson, who is in the studio with myself. You know, I thought really to have him just phone in, you know what I'm saying? But the brother was just so humble in a sense to just say, well, boy, you know something, that was a program for today, so we were coming out of the studio. Yeah, so we're in our studio, and yeah, and the reason for that still is, you know, we have a big thing going on this weekend there, over in the Alls then. Yeah, so the best person really to deal with that right now is the man himself. Yeah, so we have a gather with Brett, and then on the other side, you will just hear the big man. Yeah, the big man will come in and tell you how the thing set and how it will go. Yeah, so just brace yourself because when we come, the big man.
Day after day, pray and I pray, we could all just learn, leave and love one another, a world without no wars, no boundaries, because we need to learn more of meaning of sharing and caring. Everyone needs someone, yeah. Remember that to no man is an island, oh no. So don't be afraid to give a helping hand. Tell me, am I not my brother's keeper? Let me know. Show love. Got to sow some seeds. Love, hey. Show love. It's what the children do. Show some love. Show some love. Yeah. Yes, you know that we need all love. We can Now together we go on. Our nation is so strong. Let us move on hand in hand to the promised land. Step in one accord, giving eyes to our love. No matter how times are, we must get our word. Sometimes it's so hard to see where you're going, so you got to remember where you're coming from. show love. You got to sow some seeds. Love, love, hey, hey. Show love.
More love every time.
That's what your children need. Love, love, hey, hey. Yes, you know that we need all the love we can get. Oh, show some love.
Show some love. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, listen, this phone line number 0794443136. Yeah, if there's anything that you want to say out there whilst we're in the studio, feel free to do so.
Tell me, am I not my brother's keeper? Yes, you are.
Every time.
You got to sow some seeds. See, that's what we need. Show love. Show love.
Okay, family, we're good to go. Yeah, we want to show some love, and in turn, we want for you to show some love likewise. Okay, so right now, yeah, I'm so honored to have the big man himself, you know, Mr. Colin Robinson in the house, and my brother, Elder. I'd like for you to introduce yourself to let the people know your journey, and for this show particularly, your journey with the one man himself, Mr. Delroy Washington, and what it is that compelled you to honor him in the manner to which you intend on this weekend. And also, obviously, we spent the day more or less together. So, just a reflection on the day, and then where we'll come from again with your brother Russell and all of you.
I would say to you, yes, greetings and blessing to everyone who listen to Bless Radio. It is one of the most outstanding radio stations. And if we as listeners don't continue listening on telephoning and let us know how you feel so we can continue to have station like Bless and keep it going here. Because it's very, very important for us to have a station that we all can understand. Wherever you are in the world, you can hear and know what's happening on the Blessed radio station, yes? Anyway, my name is Colin Robinson, and I'm here to give you a little piece about the man himself, Delroy Washington, yes? He's one of the very first reggae artists ever signed by a major label in England. When Bob Marley came to England, Delroy worked with Bob very, very close. He was like a backing vocalist for them as well, helped them out in various ways. Delroy was signed to CBS as a young gentleman. Then eventually Virgin, he signed on to Virgin, and what they did, as we all know, sometimes these people, they work in tricksters, and they tend to shelf him. And Delroy went and signed to Island Record. And he had several records out with Island Record. But as we all know, Bob was Island #1 artist, yes? In all the movement Delroy made, we must have seen him on TV singing Top of the Pops or any program that was there to see this young black boy singing. And he's got a beautiful voice at them time. He's got a beautiful voice at them time, Delroy was, you know. And it so happened that in Lambeth Grove, he becomes Mr. West London, really, because if we all know about Bridge Park Centre, he was part of it with them, yes?
Yeah, man, respect.
If we all know about the One Love concert that took place in London, the 2 or the 3 One Love concert that ever took place, he was a part of that until some Eurocentric take it away from him. And now they've got it all over England. They put on their own One Love concert, which you have to pay some kind of huge amount of money to go to the concert, you know. And what Delroy was, when he started FORM, Federation of Reggae music. He had at least 13,000 members.
Wow.
13,000 members he had in farm, yes. And the most important what Delroy done for us as well, he was the one who took us into House of Parliament with Don Butler, Professor Gus John,
Wow.
and himself, and another, like, I don't know if it was Professor Davis, Nanawa his name was, yes. And there was at least all the people that's got anything to do with reggae music in England was there in the House of Parliament. We sat down like a workshop and start thinking how we're going to take reggae music forward, because it's no need you're going to do music and you don't get it played on the main radio station like BBC, Radio 1, and all the other stations, so you can get some publishing, because they are getting their music played on these radio stations. And eventually Delroy was moving forward in economics, political, and any other genres you can think of within the reggae music industry. Any question you want to ask Delroy. I've seen a gentleman put out an interview and said that was the last interview with Delroy Washington. No way. No way, that wasn't his last interview. His last interview was with myself and another gentleman named Mr. Lloyd, and that carried on for about 2 hours. It seemed like Delroy know something wasn't right with him. He keep on calling me and say, Colin, please come in, man, we want to have an interview with you. When you come in, when you come in. I said, Delroy, so you know I'm doing the reggae exhibition. I'll come and see you next week. He said, nah, man, come now. Come in now. Anyway, I went and see Delroy in his house. And while we was in his house, there's a gentleman at BBMC, Stefan. And that said particular day, we meant to go to Stefan's funeral. And Mr. Fix-It called us and say he hasn't got nowhere to park his car. If he can park. And Delroy said, yeah, man, come park at my yard now. And Delroy and I say went and buy some fish in a fish shop around the corner. He cooked some food, he had some nice food to eat. And we end up in the Stefan, I wouldn't say his funeral, the graveyard done, the party afterward, yeah? And while we was there, a lot of people in the reggae industry was there, name them, they all was there. And where I was sitting over one side, I remember when it's time to go home, Winston Reedy and Chile, and another drummer, can't remember his name, he used to play with Neros Joseph and also Delroy. When Delroy was on stage, he was there with him as well. Anyway, Chile and Winston Reedy dropped me home. And when they dropped me home now, a couple of days later I hear that people get sick. That was in Stefan funeral, yes? And I said to Diane at BBMC a couple of weeks ago, and Diane said, Colin, it's 5 people pass away that was inside there saying on Delroy as well make the 5 person, you know.
So, I mean, that sound recent though, from where I said that.
It's just the other day, not even 4 months ago, my friend. You see? And we didn't take this corona and violence serious. None of us take it
but
serious.
I mean, it sounds to a certain extent like food poisoning. Yeah, given that it was the reception after a funeral, that it led to another 5 people being sick. But at the same time, because it was during the period of this coronavirus, you know, I say all things.
I say corona violence, you know.
Yeah, well, it is violent to we. It's more violent to we because now it a discriminate. When it first started, it never discriminate.
No.
But now it a start for this discriminate mostly against we, you know, and like we know, say there's that violence is out there, but we don't know what cause the violence, you know. But before me stop in your flow still, okay, yeah, we're up to the present. Yeah, so that unfortunately is what triggered the situation where we lost, was it 5 members within the music fraternity?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and if we again weren't doing the drumming thing, it would have gone by very silently. But from the description you've given so far of our brother and the role that or the significant role that he played within the music industry and our community, then again I can understand from the passion that you're presenting to myself, because I had a vague idea as to who he was, but already I'm saying, well, when can you have enough, or when is enough, because you're educating myself in what you're expressing, not just to me, but also the listeners.
I think Delroy was more a community leader, not just for us alone. Anyone a problem, economic, social, political, Music Riot, PRS, MPCS, and any of them, yeah? The first person they would call was Delroy Washington.
Wow.
But the only thing with Delroy, we couldn't even get a minute in. When he hold the mic and talk, yeah, he want to talk for a couple of days.
Okay.
He was one of them type of gentlemen, yes? And when you see people like Gus John was there and understand him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And many more people out there, for you mentioned Delroy Washington, name to them. Boy, I may have a case now, I have some money for collect a PRS and MPCS. I go see Delroy and see if he can help me out, you know. And he was the gentleman who would show you how to fill out your form, how to look to get your money back, and how you can do within the music industry, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was outstanding gentleman, man.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. Yeah, well, I'm honored, obviously, to be rubbing shoulders with such eminent members within our community. And again, I do believe, obviously, our paying our tribute towards our brother who has now gone on to join at the ancestors come this Sunday is going to be a fantastic turnout as well as turnaround, yeah, from our community in honoring him in a community where no doubt he belongs. So we're looking, obviously, whether rain, sunshine, or whatever. Yeah,
we will be there to celebrate his life.
We'll be there to celebrate his life and the contributions.
Again, we didn't celebrate his life. From this area, Tottenham, there was a well-known brother, yeah, Dougie. Dougie. I lift up my memories to Dougie, and I love him. I'm from the other side of London, and I remember once Dougie called me and said, Colin, I'm doing something on prostate, you know, and I'd like you to come and talk as well.
Wow.
So I went in and opened the mic, and I said, yes, one of the most important things when you're getting checked for prostate, take your lover to the hospital or to your doctor with you. Don't just go on your own. And from that time, Dougie never leave me alone. Dougie always there and say, Colin, please, I need you on that panel to come and help me out. I stay in Dougie about 5 of his panel. And I've seen Dougie in the East, West, North, South London. So when I heard Dougie passed away, I was totally shocked, because Tottenham has lost a beautiful, upstanding brother. Those who don't know Dougie, we should never let his name die. In no way. We should forever talk about Dougie.
Well, I'm gonna echo that statement, because I mean, for me, you see, come Sunday, it's gonna be exactly 1 year since myself and Dougie was at my own Earth Strong, because unbeknown to yourself up until like now, I'm gonna be saying, even though I put out an ad today to let the community know that come Sunday is actually my birthday as well, you see. And what I've come to realize is, like, my brother Dougie, whose chair you see I'm sitting, is he who's responsible for bringing me in at this studio.
So this was the studio. Oh, blessing, man, blessing.
Yeah, man. and as you're saying, it's like a blessing, and this blessing is for me to know myself. Yeah, because I was out as an activist within the community, but I wasn't a DJ. This was never my platform. He introduced me to this platform. And in his passing, I'm wondering to myself if he was preparing me, because he, within his mindset, knew what was happening. Yeah, because
I must say again, blessed to Dougie, yeah? Because the name Bless. To have a radio station by the name Bless. It means so much, you know, because names, your name can make you go forward, and names can let you go backward, and names can let you stand still.
yeah, without a doubt. Without
And the
a
name
doubt.
Bless. Whosoever choose this name Bless is a gifted person.
Yeah.
You know, because when we use blessed is the Almighty, the Creator.
So, yeah.
What more word you want to use?
Yeah. So again, it's an awakening. It's an eye opener. You know. So on that spirit, on that elevation and platform, yeah. With yourself, obviously, there is that special relationship with your brother Delroy Washington. Yeah. And you've also touched on the fact that Brother Dougie, he transcends all, let's say, boroughs, areas. There's no boundaries, there's no fence which he hadn't gone over. His spirit is within ourselves, and we're sharing that blessing with yourself. So we're now in a world where our spirituality is very much to the forefront.
And it's funny, you know, when Dougie passed away, yes, and Delroy passed away, another great writer, arranger, producer, singer, passed away in Jamaica as well.
And that was,
Bob Andy.
wow.
Bob
Wow.
Andy, yeah? And
Wow.
Bob Andy was a beautiful writer.
Well,
Yeah, when he done Young, Gifted and Black. That in England gave people at my age upliftment.
Upliftment.
So we can say young, gifted and black. So we have to look at Bob Andy and lift him up as well.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
also from Tottenham as well, another great gentleman just passed away there. His name was Count Shelley.
Ooh. Oh,
By the music.
By the music. Yeah.
You know, and when Count Shelley has put by the music there, a lot of artists used to come into Tottenham, not
Yes.
West London.
Yes. Yes.
World record.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
third
the
world
world
record. That was,
That's it.
and you realize what these people start to know Tottenham. He put Tottenham on the map.
Yeah.
A couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago, I